Hello, Cryptonauts, and welcome back to another episode of Cryptocurrency Chat. I am your host, Blockchain John, with my co-host, Jake Jabarelli. How's it going, Jake?
It's going pretty good, John.
Alright, sounds good. So, for the Cryptonauts out there, we are here today to give you the top 10 daily stats and your crypto news of the day. You can check us out on Discord, YouTube, Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcast, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Castbox. Just search for Cryptocurrency Chat or Blockchain John. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started with your top 10 daily stats. Starting off with the first one, of course, being Bitcoin. In first place, settling at $48,879.25 with a 7-day loss of 0.2% and a market cap of $918 billion.
Yep.
And number two, we have Ethereum settling at $3,232.81 with a 7-day gain of 0.3% with a market cap of $378 billion. Number three, Cardano settling at $2.89 with a 7-day whopping gain. Gobs and gobs gains of 18.4% of a 90 with the market cap of $92 billion. Number four, Binance Coin settling at $482.31 with a 7-day gain of 7.1% with a market cap of $74 billion. Number five, Tether settling at $1, of course, with a 7-day gain of 0.2% and a market cap of $66 billion. Number six, XRP settling at $1.16 with a 7-day loss of 5.3% and a market cap of $53 billion. Number seven, Dogecoin settling at 28 cents with a 7-day loss of 10.6% and a market cap of $37 billion. Number eight, Solana settling at $94.07 with a whopping 7-day gain of 26.7% and a market cap of $27 billion. Number 9, USD Coin, settling at $1, of course, with a 7-day gain of 0.2% and a market cap of $27 billion. And 10th place, we have Polkadot, settling at $25.90 with a 7-day loss of 7.4% and a market cap of $26 billion. Alright, Cryptonauts, that is your top 10 daily stats. Your overall total market cap is at $2,180 billion. With that said, make sure you collect your daily candies up here on the top right corner. Click the container. As you see, I have collected mine every single day. And you can go to rewards and obviously redeem NFTs. A bunch of little, coin tracker counting. You got some awesome VPN discounts. The block, you want a ledger, they got NordVPN. They got a bunch of stuff on here. Check it out. So with that said, let's go ahead and pass this off to Jake for our crypto news of the day.
Alrighty, let me just start streaming here so y'all can see what I'm doing. Hello, come on. Not letting me stream.
Ruh-roh.
Hold on, I can do it. Start stream. Share. There we go.
Alright.
Alrighty, from Decrypt, Scott Cipollina, UK regulator Binance not capable of being supervised. The UK financial services regulator, the Financial Conduct Authority, FCA, said that the crypto exchange Binance has refused to provide basic information about its business concluding that Binance Markets Limited, Binance UK entity, is therefore not capable of being effectively supervised.
Jake,
FCA. Pardon?
Can you restart your screen share?
Oh, is it not up?
It's just loading on mine. Just cancel it out and restart it.
No problem. There's a little bit of minor technical difficulties, right? Can you see me now?
Yeah, I see your screen.
Cool. Alrighty.
There we go.
Continue.
Alright.
The FCA considers that the firm's responses have been incomplete and have included direct refusal to provide information. These include failures to provide details about how the business and group are organized. The FCA said in a supervisory note. The FCA added that the firm has refused to explain what routes UK customers could use to produce products and to identify the legal entity that sits behind Binance website, Binance.com. Decrypt has reached out to Binance on 8 separate occasions during this month requesting information on how Binance Group is organized. We have yet to receive a response. The FCA's supervisory note, dated June 25th, 2021, underlines that regulators' frustration with the firm's apparent unwillingness to provide information. Based on the firm's engagement to date, the FCA considers the firm is not capable of being effectively supervised. This is a particular concern in the context of the firm's membership in the global group, which offers complex and high-risk financial products, which pose a significant risk to consumers. And this is, of course, the reason that the United States is doing a similar thing to the UK, is they're worried about regulation of these entities that are dealing with lots of people's money. Previously, BML, the Binance Market Limited, was known as EDI UK, an authorized investment firm since April 13, 2018. Binance acquired the firm in May of 2020 and importantly inherited the permission held by EDI UK's prior to the firm forming part of the Binance Group, as in they snuck under the wire. According to the FCA, the firm stated its intention to offer regulated activities to customers, but has not done so by the time the FCA original consumer warning on June 26. Binance recently told Decrypt that BML was acquired in order to own and operate Binance. Binance UK intended to be a bespoke exchange for UK customers. Spokesperson for Binance said that, as noted by the FCA, Binance Market Limited has fully complied with all aspects of its requirements. We continue to engage with the FCA to resolve any outstanding issues that may exist. The exchange CEO, Xingping, or otherwise known as CZ, Zhao, also weighed in on Twitter, posting a link that FCA's updated consumer warning about BML. In his tweet, CZ quoted the FCA directly. As you can see, if you're not on video, it says, on the 25th of August, 2021, update on June 25th, 2021, the FCA imposed requirements on BML. The firm complied with all aspects and requirements. So, I think that CZ is probably just basically getting at the idea that the purchase was meant with the rules. He's obviously not saying that, but it's pretty obvious that that's what he did, or they did rather. And they feel like they're in compliance. They're like, look, we did what you said you do. If you interpreted that different than we did, well, that's on you, not on us. So, I can kind of see the reasoning. Mm-hmm. I don't think Binance is trying to hide anything, but I will say, based on my experience from the United States, that an awful lot of people are not really super happy with how regulation is going. Now, obviously, there are some people like Elizabeth Warren here in the U.S. that are very interested in making certain that the people are protected.
But here's the thing that I keep hearing over and over again, that Binance.us is without a doubt very well regulated, and it's audited regularly. There's no issues with Binance US. Now, Binance Global is a whole different entity, even though it's still part of Binance US is a part of Binance, but Binance being the global entity of all these different chains of different nations, Binance itself is, I think their issue is that they're in too many countries that it's very difficult for them to succumb to all the laws and regulations of all these nations as of right now. And I'm sure the manpower has to be like the main issue with that. Maybe they don't want to do it. I don't know. Maybe they just want. Maybe CZ just wants to just put it up to the American man. Like, we're not going to do it. I don't know. I don't know this guy personally, but for sure, without a doubt, I've been told many times over that Binance.us is square, is on the level.
Yeah, and it certainly shows the restrictions, so that's not all that strange. You can't. There's certain things you just can't do on Binance.us.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So, yeah, rules are different in each country. You want to take the next one, or shall I?
Go ahead. I'm still loading up mine.
All right. So here we have Andreessen Horowitz pushes for more diverse governance of crypto projects by Jeff John Roberts. The cryptocurrency world loves to celebrate an ideal of decentralization, in which blockchain projects are governed by a diverse community of token holders who are not beholden to any single entity. But in reality, most crypto projects remain deeply centralized due to a small clique of founders and investors controlling most of the tokens. That's why a new initiative by the giant crypto investing firm Andreessen Horowitz, also known as A16Z, is worth watching. On Thursday, the firm announced in a blog post that it is open sourcing our token delegating program, which will entail sharing resources it has built to foster more decentralized governance. The resources include legal agreements as well as a set of criteria that A16Z developed to assess whether a given company or organization is a good candidate to receive a share of voting tokens that determine whether a given blockchain should make changes to its protocol. This is sounding an awful lot like Hedera Hashgraph. According to A16Z, the firm has already delegated voting rights in some of the tokens it owns in decentralized finance projects like Compound and Uniswap. It began this process by distributing voting rights to a handful of startups, but more recently expanded the group of recipients to include university blockchain clubs and nonprofit groups like Kiva and Mercy Corp. Here's a graphic from the A16 blog post announcing the news. I'm sorry if you're listening to this and you can't see it. The percentages are as follows: 46% to universities, 26% to startups, 21% to nonprofits, and 7% to crypto community leaders. In an interview with Decrypt, A16Z crypto partner Jeff Amico said the initiative came about in part because some entities who hold a large share of tokens in the project choose to do nothing and pretend that they don't have any power. Amico added that A16Z is trying to practice what it preaches by expanding the list of groups to which it assigns voting rights. On a practical level, the delegation process means that a token holder assigns voting rights to a third party via blockchain for a limited time, while the token holder retains the underlying ownership rights. The delegates can then vote as they see fit on various proposals affecting the blockchain in question. Recent examples, of course, are Uniswap and Compound, during the period in which they are assigned the voting rights. Sorry about the discontinuation. According to A16Z, its delegates are truly independent and have on numerous occasions already voted in a manner contrary to the recommendation of the firm. While A16Z has the power to revoke the rights, the firm says it will only do so in extraordinary circumstances, such as when a delegate is having in a bad faith manner that harms the project. While A16Z is enormously influential in crypto due to the size of its investments in its early bets like Coinbase, the firm has also ruffled feathers due to its dominance of the industry and fondness of cultivating publicity. Meanwhile, some may question whether the firm, which has ties to nearly every major crypto project, is in the best position to carry the banner of decentralization. Kind of sounds hypocritical. Amico of A16Z, however, rejected this as absurd. The notion of the firm as some sort of puppet master when it comes to controlling how it delegates votes on various proposals, and stressed that the firm is committed to divesting control over blockchain protocols to responsible third parties. As for how to identify those third parties, the resources shared by A16Z include a list of best practices and scoring system that assigns points based on criteria like expertise, commitment, and absence of conflict. It's too soon to say what the impact of the company's efforts will have on the voting rights get distributed from the major blockchain projects. But if the firm's call resonates with other major token owners, the crypto industry as a whole could take a significant leap towards its oft-invoked ideal of decentralization. I know that's a lot of big words and kind of almost confusing as to what the author is trying to get at here, but I could see the conflict. A16Z is a big group, and of course Amico is going to downplay the potential for the puppet master concept. But if they really are, and they do seem to be, interested in decentralization, even though they are a centralized unit, it almost seems contrary-wise to the general idea of a typical company, a typical business, to not be centralized. They typically want to be centralized. They want to control everything. And if there's a company out there that's promoting this idea of decentralization, they either have a leg up in it, which seems like they might, or they recognize the ultimate value of decentralization, which is really, I think, what we recognize too. It's the power of the people, not the power of the one.
Yeah. I mean, even though it's still decentralized, as long as they're the key holders of that, they can still earn their cut out of each and every transaction fee that's created on their exchange or whatever,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still. I mean, everybody realizes the reason there's so many different exchanges out there is all those people realize that they can make a lot of money off of being an exchange. So.
All right. Cool.
So.
You all done?
All right. You should probably not review my window unless you want repeats.
No. Okay. Let me go ahead and start mine up. You want to close yours out?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see where we at. Here we go. Go live. All right. Crypto Knots. Let's see. Uh-oh.
We're looking at C3 Media's YouTube channel?
Yeah, but where's my browser?
That is your browser.
Oh, there it is. Got it. Okay, Cryptonauts, before we continue on, I just want to remind you that we do have a YouTube channel for C3 Media. Just go check out C3 Media in YouTube, and obviously you see all our videos that we've uploaded. We upload every Sunday and Wednesday for crypto news and your top 10 daily stats, and a bunch of interviews that we have here. Check them out. So, with that said, oh yeah, also we're on Anchor. We got all our episodes there. 313 episodes deep. We are rocking it. So, with that said, let's go and get started with your first news from Decrypt, written by Scott Cipollina. Government of Cuba says it will regulate cryptocurrencies. They definitely need that. They definitely do. The government of Cuba announced yesterday that it will recognize and regulate cryptocurrencies for payments, according to the Associated Press. The announcement came in the form of a resolution that said the country's central bank, Banco Central de Cuba, will govern how citizens would be allowed to use cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. The Cuban economy. The announcement has come at a time when Cuba has been rocked by anti-government protest. Protests took place last month over a lack of food and medicine amid a severe economic crisis worsened not only by COVID-19 but also foreign sanctions. Bruno Rodriguez, a representative of President Diaz-Canel, blames the protest on salaried agents at the time. In addition to the lack of basic necessities like food and medicine, Cubans are also reeling in the aftermath of the government's decision to end its dual currency system, which has caused many Cubans to lose out on funds as they trade in Cuban convertible pesos, CUCs, for the traditional Cuban pesos. The Cuban government did not provide any significant details about why cryptocurrencies will be regulated and recognized in Cuba other than for reasons of socio-economic interest, like El Salvador. However, the move may be interpreted as a means of preserving wealth for everyday citizens, following in El Salvador's footsteps. Earlier this year, El Salvador made the move to recognize Bitcoin as legal tender. While Cuba has not explicitly said any cryptocurrency would become legal tender, the announcement does signal a move to incorporate cryptocurrencies into everyday lives and payments needs of Cubans. The government also reportedly said that the state itself would control how cryptocurrencies operate in the country, and that those operations would not involve illegal activity. Well, I don't know about the Cuban government, but I know that in regards to the citizens that this would be an amazing thing to have. I'm sure that there's already a lot of Cubans out there using crypto, especially Bitcoin, just as a safe haven. Because obviously the Cuban peso is not doing good, but I wish them all the best.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that there's so much derision within Cuba's government in general. They need, but I mean, it would be nice to have something stable. Assuming that is what can happen with this. That their current, currency, as it is true with a lot of smaller countries, can be very, very variable.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how this goes.
Well, here's okay. Well, what do you think? Will they come out with their own CBDC?
They might. I don't think they have the infrastructure to really implement it. So, the fact that they're even talking about what they're talking about almost feels like just a, hey, look, we're into crypto now. Hey, check this.
I see your point. I guess it's in regards to internet infrastructure, right? Data connection throughout the nation. Yeah, I can see how that's an issue. Yeah. But there also is SMS based I guess transactions that you can do, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people do have cell phones that do SMS, but I'm sure that's also costly as well.
No, that's normal.
Yeah. All right, next news. This one I'm pulling out of CoinDesk. This one's written by Sebastian Sinclair. Blockchain, and I love video games, by the way, so that's why I'm going to read this one. Blockchain role-playing game Mir 4 launches in 170 countries alongside utility coin. Look at that. Look at that graphic. Nice. Mir 4, a blockchain-based multiplayer online role-playing game that features a utility cryptocurrency, has completed testing and is now live, according to a press release. The video game, which was launched Thursday, allows players to gather utility coins known as Draco. In turn, the coins can be exchanged for dark steel, an essential resource used in the game, and vice versa. Utility coins or tokens are those that can be exchanged for goods or service. Draco can also be exchanged for non-fungible tokens, NFT, which users can see in the game. Those NFTs can be traded on an NFT marketplace that's scheduled to be launched next month. According to the coin's website, Draco's real value is derived from its nominal value with a share dividends-based bonus. Its intrinsic value, meanwhile, is guaranteed via the value of the resources derived from the game, according to the game's publisher, We Made Co. The price for Draco stands at around $6.25 and has jumped 221% over the last 24 hours. The game, which has been released in 170 countries and in 12 languages, can be played on different platforms and downloaded on the mobile phone or PC. Okay, I'm downloading this on my phone right now. After we're done. Mir 4 made its debut in South Korea during a testing phase last year and successfully completed further testing earlier this month, according to the release. Awesome. I just wanted to read that. I'm downloading it. Mir 4. There it is. Okay, next news. This one's from Decrypt, written by Ek and Jenk. Ethereum NFT CryptoPunks hits $1 billion in total sales. And the reason I wanted to read this, because $1 billion is not child's play. That's like way up there. That's crazy that CryptoPunks is way up there. That's insanity. All right, let's read this. CryptoPunks, a 10,000 strong collection of Ethereum-based NFTs, today surpassed $1 billion in sales, according to NFT aggregation site CryptoSlam.io. That makes CryptoPunks the second NFT project to hit the $1 billion mark after NFT game Axie Infinity surpassed that level on August 8th. The game has amassed a total trading volume of $1.6 billion so far. Jeez Louise, that's insane. I mean, I think game developers need to start looking into, doing some more like Mir 4. They're going to make bank. They're going to hit that $1 billion mark real quick. The punks are now so valuable that the cheapest one sells for that's insane, $445,000. And this is insane because they were only a few bucks not too long ago. That's insane. And prices are rising fast. Just yesterday, the floor price for a single CryptoPunk was $345,000. Some punks are so rarer than others, and each commands different prices. The algorithm that generates the collection 4 years ago assigned different attributes to each punk. For instance, some smoke cigarettes, some are zombies, and other are aliens. The punks were created in 2017 by Larva Labs, a software company run by Brooklyn-based developer Matt Hall and John Watkinson. The pair initially intended for the punks to be used as a part of a video game, but released them as NFTs instead. Hall and Watkinson claimed 1,000 punks for themselves and let the community claim the rest for free. And for free! In the years since, the punks have soared in value, in part because they're one of the oldest collection of their kind. Trading surged to new heights late last month, pushing CryptoPunk's daily volume from $1.8 million to $41.5 million within a week. Wow. Things got even hotter this week. On Monday, CryptoPunks hit a daily sales record of $101 million when Visa bought one of its punks, and the project's total trading volume increased by 716% in the past week, according to data from CryptoSlam. Today is said to be another record breaker as of 5 p.m. UTC. Sales have already hit $98 million. Other NFT projects have sought to capitalize on CryptoPunk's idea. Bored Ape Yacht Club, a collection of 10,000 tired looking. Is it tired or tiered? Tired looking primates released in April is the most popular. It hit $320 million in all-time sales. Today, just as NBA star Stephen Curry bought an ape, that's hard to say, bought an ape, and hours before the project is due to release, a breeding feature $36 million of Bored Apes sold a new record. Jeez, man, that's NFTs, man. Buy my book. All right. Next news. This one is from CoinDesk, and I follow Jack Dorsey, so when I see a Jack Dorsey article, I got to see what's going on. So here we go. This one's from CoinDesk, written by James Rubin. Square's Jack Dorsey plans to build decentralized Bitcoin exchange. Square and Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey tweeted on Friday that TBD payment giant Square's new division focused on creating an open developer platform is planning to build a decentralized Bitcoin exchange. Quote, help us build an open platform to create a decentralized exchange for #Bitcoin, Dorsey tweeted. Mike Brock, who was named to lead the initiative, tweeted separately that, quote, this is the platform we're going to solve. Make it easy to fund a non-custodial wallet anywhere in the world through a platform to build on and off-ramp into Bitcoin. You can think about this idea as a decentralized exchange for fiat. Quote, we'd love for this to be the Bitcoin native top to bottom, Brock wrote. He also noted that the platform would be entirely developed in public open source open protocol and that any wallet will be able to use it. Brock noted gaps around cost and scalability, and that TBD needed a solve for exchange infrastructure between digital assets like stablecoins. In July, Dorsey wrote in a series of tweets that Square would launch the new business to make it easier to offer non-custodial decentralized financial services. All right, I really like that idea, man. To have a big corporation like this to say, hey, we're going to do something open source. Are they going to capitalize on this? I don't know how they're going to do it if it's open source. Anybody, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I mean, when it comes to open source, at least in my experience, the way that a company capitalizes on it is by offering support. That's what Red Hat was doing for the longest time with Linux. It's like, well, we produced this great software, operating system that we've made, and everybody uses it, but not everybody knows how to use it. So we'll offer support for money. That's the only way I found open source to be of value to a company. But I mean, part of it is the altruism. They're just like, hey, we're trying to do something good for the world. for the betterment of all people, and that makes you look good. So people, so it may be an indirect ploy.
Regardless, I think Jack Dorsey is a good man. He's always out for the interest of the public. That's just my belief. I want to believe that he is a good guy, and not like some other folks at Coinbase. I mean, some other folks that just want to just be nothing but capitalist. Which there's nothing wrong with being a capitalist. I mean, but give a little freedom for people to exactly like this. Have it open source. Have people integrate into it. Don't like for example, Coinbase. If you want to integrate your project into Coinbase, you got to pay them a lot of money. Right. A lot of money. That's insane. Mm-hmm. From this being open source means that you can create your own wallet. You can integrate into that. You can build a whole team of different coins out there. You can, if you want a bunch of shit coins put together on a wallet, then you can do that and then integrate it into there, regardless if someone uses it or not. But you have the freedom to do that. So we'll see how that goes. That's all I got. You got anything else?
No, I don't.
Awesome.
Good.
So with that said, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Cryptonauts, make sure you check us out on Discord, because Discord is awesome. Check us out on... Actually, we're going to start doing this new series called Crypto Chill and Chat. We're going to do it on the 1st and the 15th of every month. We're going to try to do it bi-weekly. If you want to talk about crypto, it's open to the public, open to the community, unlike this particular podcast that it's kind of closed and just between Jake, Mike, and myself. But yeah, Crypto Chill and Chat. Come on in Discord. Hang out with us around, I don't know, send me a message. What time do you want to do that? What do you think is the best time? What time do you think is the best time? Because the first one we're
doing after the podcast. I mean, we're doing this here now. A lot of people have time Sunday afternoon, so.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. So with that said, Cryptonauts, just jump into the Discord and talk to us. With that said, we'll catch you on the next one. Stack Sats and HODL. Adios. All right, you got it, man. I was waiting for that. All right, cool. We're out of here. Adios. Wait, 5 more seconds. Adios.